Hey guys, welcome back. It's me, Rick again, dating expert and founder of Date School, where I teach guys how to build the confidence and interpersonal skill to attract women naturally. And first of all, props to you for taking an active stance in developing your skills and confidence with women in this way. It takes a fair amount of self-awareness, drive and honesty with yourself to say, you know what, I'm not completely happy with my love life right now, so I'm going to do something about it. So respect to you, my friend. You're always welcome alongside your peers here in the Date School community. And I created this video just for you to show you the quickest and most effective way to make a permanent change in your love life. But let me start by asking you a question. Have you ever noticed that there are other guys out there who just seem to be crushing it with women? These are the guys who just seem to magically draw women to them like bees to honey. They're always dating one woman or another, or they seem to have a queue of women who want to date them. They seem comfortable and confident just going up to gorgeous girls in bars or at parties, and then starting a conversation with them and probably going home with them. And these are the same guys who you've probably seen out and about on dates, and they just seem to have beautiful women eating out of their hands. And have you ever wondered, what's the difference between those guys who are crushing it with women and other fellas who seem to have, well, more modest success with women? I know firsthand from mine and my clients' experience, there are a ton of guys out there who simply don't feel as confident or successful with women as they'd like to be, despite all of the confidence and accomplishments that they might have achieved in other very important parts of their lives. So what makes these everyday guys so different from those other slick dudes who just seem to be crushing it with women so effortlessly? Well, I'm going to tell you what the key difference is between these two groups, and I promise you that it doesn't just come down to looks, money, or a sense of humor. But better still, I can actually show you how to make this difference in your life today, because quite frankly, I want to level the playing field for you. As a member of the Date School community who's looking to get your love life in check, I want you to have all the fun, confidence, and success with women that you actually deserve. See, the number one problem that most guys have is that when you're lacking in confidence or experience with women, it's really hard to build up enough attraction quickly enough when you're first meeting a woman, making that first impression. Let me show you exactly what I mean. A typical guy meets a girl and strikes up a conversation with her. Then the typical guy feels a wee bit nervous and doesn't really know what to say or what to do, and he's just kind of winging it. The typical girl then picks up on the guy's nervous body language and thinks, this guy's clearly out of his depth and I could do much better. Now, she might entertain the rest of the conversation just to be polite, but she's clearly disinterested. The typical guy then picks up on this disinterested vibe and starts to feel even more nervous and less confident. And the awkward encounter drags on until eventually one of three things happen. Either the conversation ends and they never see each other again, or he asks her out and she might give her a number, but then she's always busy or making excuses so they never actually date. Or thirdly, she finds him fun and really enjoys his company, but secretly she doesn't think of him in that way, so they remain friends indefinitely, even though the guy would much rather be, well, at least friends with benefits the whole time. Does this sound familiar to you by any chance? It's the same frustrating cycle that all inexperienced guys go through, time and again. And it doesn't matter whether the guy and girl have just met at work or through friends or in a bar or whether they're on that first date together. This is exactly the same rut that so many guys get stuck in and then struggle to get out of. And the sad truth is that this vicious cycle is the biggest reason why decent guys get overlooked by women all the time. Just because they lack the confidence or the experience to nail that first impression. What most guys don't realize that's actually happening here is that the natural biological process of attraction is actively working against you. Particularly if you are shorter than average, you're less experienced with women, you're less physically attractive, or you're less sexually confident than some of the other guys around you are. Women have a natural and instinctive bias that when they see any of these qualities in a man, it deactivates their attraction circuitry and basically turns them off having any sexual feelings towards you. The end. Game over. And I see this natural process play out all the time. As a short, inexperienced guy who lacked sexual confidence for so long, it used to happen to me all the time. At college, I was this short, nerdy Indian boy, surrounded by burly Scottish guys, so I was completely out of my depth when it came to getting a girlfriend and shit out of luck. That's me, the wee guy there, in the middle of all the tall people. I was great at making friends with girls, but they never became my girlfriends. Time and again, I was Mr. Friendzone. All hugs, no kisses. So to try and turn this around and attain the success that I'd always wanted with women, I did what I do best. I geeked out to solve the problem. I geeked out in a big way. And for the next 10 years, I devoted every spare minute to overcoming my shortcomings with women and better understanding social and sexual relationships better than anybody else. I got an honours degree in psychology and studied hundreds of scientific papers about relationships and the biology and psychology of love and attraction. I read hundreds of books about attraction, body language, dating and flirting techniques. I even read romance and erotic novels to better understand women's fantasies and language when it came to love and romance. And I studied thousands of hours of video, seminars and course materials from the world's best body language coaches, role models, relationship psychologists and dating experts. Most importantly of all though, I spent tens of thousands of hours meeting, dating and hanging out with women, putting the theory into practice, handpicking the best of what worked and continuously refining my knowledge and skill set. I got passionately nerdy about it. Dating became my favourite hobby as well as my discipline of study and my domain of expertise. And what I realized throughout this journey was some truly amazing but completely counterintuitive discoveries about how attraction really works as a natural bonding process. The first fundamental principle that I learned is that just like us, women's instincts decide who they feel attracted to. It's not a conscious decision that they get to make. When you ask a woman what she looks for in a man, 8 out of 10 women will say a sense of humor and personality. But if that's really true, then how come Don Draper is widely recognized as the sexiest male character of all time? He has a terrible personality, an awful sense of humor, he lies, he cheats, and he rarely cracks a smile. Nevertheless, Don Draper's irresistible magnetic appeal is fully explained by my second finding, which is that women are naturally attracted to alpha males. So what this means is that at a very primal level, women are hardwired to notice certain aspects of your social value, your presence, your personality, and your sexual confidence immediately and instinctively. And these alpha male qualities tell her a lot about your potential to seduce her, protect her, provide for her, and perhaps even to raise children too. The third thing that I learned is that women make this instinctive decision about whether or not they feel attracted to you within just the first 4 minutes of your interaction. That's it. That's not even enough time to finish your Americano. In his best-selling book, Blink, Malcolm Gladwell talks about this process. He calls it thin slicing, because it's in our human nature to take a mental snapshot of who you are, what you do, and how you behave, and then infer many other things, which may or may not be true about you. Just like when you're driving and someone cuts you up on the road, you automatically think that that other driver must be an asshole in all other aspects of their lives too. So it's worth repeating the idea that the first impression you make in the first 4 minutes is absolutely critical. If you look at any pickup theory and methods, it all boils down to making an irresistible first impression in order to start the relationship off sexually and not platonically. And the fourth thing I learned, which is perhaps the most encouraging thing of all, is that through a bit of focused effort, any guy can learn to make a first impression that naturally attracts women. And I don't mean faking it or trying to be someone you're not. I mean learning to confidently convey your most interesting, desirable, and awesome qualities within just a few minutes. You'll find that when you do this, you make a significantly more impactful and memorable first impression, and that you'll have a boatload more success with every girl you meet after that. Let me show you what it looks like when you start applying these 4 attraction principles and bringing them all together. When you make a first impression on a woman you've just met, based on presenting your most attractive alpha male qualities up front, something quite magic happens. You effectively trigger her biological attraction circuitry, and she immediately feels this natural attraction towards you, which makes her feel more interested in you and want to get to know you better. And this completely changes the dynamic of your interaction in a very good way from the very outset. So let me show you, here's how this natural attraction process works, step by step. First, you demonstrate or reference a few alpha male qualities in the first few minutes of your conversation. Second, she instinctively picks up on these attractive traits and starts to feel naturally attracted to you. She starts showing this interest through her body language. Third, you then pick up on these signals of interest and you start to feel more confident and start to enjoy the interaction more. Now you can relax a bit and really start to have a lot more fun. She also starts to enjoy the interaction more and steps up her flirting and sexual tension because she really likes you, and so on. Because if you're doing it right, this is the natural 4-minute attraction process that leads to women becoming genuinely interested in you and wanting to get to know you better. And you'll see it in all the ways that you expect. She'll laugh at your jokes, she'll turn her body towards you, she'll touch her hair or her neck or her lip, or even touch you and start asking you questions. And later on, she'll tell her friends things like, "We totally hit it off," or "We just seem to click straight away." And what this all boils down to is three things. Firstly, your ability to impactfully convey your most attractive qualities within 4 minutes is one of the biggest factors that's going to determine how successful you are when you're meeting and dating women. Fact. Secondly, anyone can learn to develop their most desirable qualities and to become better at conveying these within 4 minutes to vastly increase their success with women. And then three, that this method works extremely well for inexperienced guys or shorter fellas or guys who aren't that physically attractive or fit in the first place. Why? Because this approach actively targets and effectively reverses the natural biological bias that would normally turn women away from these kind of guys. It triggers that same natural attraction circuitry and instead creates feelings of attraction and of chemistry and feelings of love at first sight. And as a short, inexperienced guy, this is exactly what happened to me. Sure, it took me a few years to figure all this stuff out for myself, but once I did and I started bringing it all together and applying it, boom, suddenly everything changed. I couldn't believe the level of interest that I was getting from women across the world, and my friends were pretty fucking amazed by this turn of events too. When I was introduced to women through friends, we immediately had this magnetic chemistry. It's just like we couldn't take our eyes off each other, and we just start talking for hours as if we were the only two people left in the room. I also developed the confidence and skill set to start conversations with women everywhere, and then turn those first words into meaningful sexual relationships. Pretty much every night I went out, I'd come home with 2 to 5 numbers or someone to spend the night with. In fact, I became so good at approaching women and starting conversations that at one point I even had a series of girlfriends that my friends affectionately called the bus stop girls, because I met them during the day at train platforms, airport baggage collections, bus stops, anywhere really, on my daily commute or when I was traveling to and from work. And last of all, dating became extremely fun and easy for me. When you can approach and charm a girl you've just met to the point where you get her number in 2 minutes before the next subway arrives, then going on a first date becomes child's play. What I actually found is that I became almost too good at first dates. Most of my first dates invariably led to sleeping together, whether or not that was actually the right decision to make. And over the next few years, I'd racked up 10 times the average number of sexual relationships that most guys do in a lifetime. Not too shabby for a short, nerdy Indian guy with a late start to his sex life. But more important than the quantity was the quality of women that I was now bringing into my life. Women who were truly outstanding in terms of their beauty, kindness, warmth, intelligence, sassiness, and all kinds of wonderful and beautiful combinations thereof. And as I was doing all of this, my friends and other guys kept asking me, "Oh, what's your secret? How do you do this? And how did you get so good so fast?" And I'd say, look guys, it's easy. Once you know what lights women up and you can nail that first 20 seconds of conversation, then you've just earned yourself the next 2 minutes of conversation. And once you nail that 2 minutes, you've just earned yourself the next half hour. So I started teaching guys about the natural attraction process and how to present their most attractive qualities up front. And this is where I saw the real power of what I'm going to share with you today. I started seeing that time and again, my students and clients were becoming consistently successful at starting conversations with women that led to meaningful relationships. And what was so awesome about this approach was that I saw firsthand that any guy could do it, regardless of their height, their looks, or their starting point in terms of the confidence or level of experience that they currently have with women. I had a client who had zero experience with women for the past 2 years. Not a girlfriend, no dates, nothing. His confidence with the opposite sex was perhaps the lowest I'd ever seen. I'd go so far as to say he actively feared women, and I honestly wasn't even sure if I was going to be able to help this guy or not. But nevertheless, I spent 3 hours teaching him the attractive traits that women look for in a man, and we worked on his body language, and I showed him my methods for starting conversations. And boom, within an hour and 10 minutes of being out that night, he approached 3 different groups of women and got 2 numbers. His confidence and his life changed instantly and permanently that day, and so did mine. I realized that what I was teaching guys had the power to smash through seemingly impossible barriers and transform their lives irreversibly. And since then, through the experience of working with hundreds of students and clients from across the world, I've learned that anybody can do this. I've seen that firsthand, and because of that, I've created this solution that can help anybody start from scratch and get there. The program is called the Natural Attraction Masterclass, and it's perfectly designed to give you all of the insight, methods, and techniques to attract women naturally. It's exactly the course that I wish somebody had shown me when I was first starting out, because it would have saved me thousands of hours and dollars on dates, not to mention all the heartache and effort trying to figure all of this stuff out on my own. And within this course, I walk you step by step through the process of understanding the natural attraction process, identifying the best aspects of who you are, and then becoming your best self and becoming better at conveying your best qualities in an authentic, impactful, and irresistible way. This course isn't about pretending to be someone you're not. In fact, it's quite the opposite. It's all about bringing the best version of yourself to the surface in each and every interaction. It teaches you a completely different way of seeing yourself, presenting yourself, and talking about yourself, which has a profound effect on the women you meet through that natural process of attraction. Let me talk you through exactly how the course works step by step. First, you learn all about the natural process of attraction and the alpha male qualities that naturally attract women. So once you understand the basics and fundamentals, we speak on the phone or Skype and we do an attractiveness audit together. This tells us what kind of presence, personality, social value, and sexual potential you're already bringing to the table in your interactions with women. I give you the straight up and honest best friend's view of where you are today and what you can do about it, just like if your best friend also happened to be a world-class dating expert. We also talk through your past experiences with women, along with some of the successes you've had along the way or the challenges you've faced. And a lot of this step is about understanding what already makes you an awesome guy, but also understanding which, if any, areas you want to grow in. Then it's over to me. I do the hard work for you and design a bespoke attraction action plan for you. This is your roadmap to becoming your most confident and naturally attractive within the next 4 weeks. It's based on the perfect combination of your current abilities plus a healthy dose of interpersonal skills training, lifestyle, body language, and confidence hacks that will take your attractiveness to the next level and get you past some of the obstacles that are currently holding you back. Now, we can be as ambitious or as lean as you want to be here based on how far you want to go and how much training you want to do. There's certainly mastery of attraction right here on the table for the taking for you, but if you haven't the time for that, then even a few high-value quick fixes are still going to be more than enough to bring substantial and permanent changes to your love life too. And then it's back over to you to follow through on the action plan that we built together. This step is all about practicing the skills and the challenges in your day-to-day life so that you begin to naturally convey your presence, personality, and sexual confidence in every interaction as a habit. And again, during this time, I'm going to check in with you on the phone or Skype a second time to hear how you're doing, what kind of results you're having, and to give you any final training, feedback, or coaching if you need it. This is the point at which your confidence and attractiveness with women skyrockets. Because guess what? 95% of other guys aren't doing this. They simply aren't thinking about the first impression that they're making or crafting their interactions in this way. So congratulations, you've just become a sexual outlier and a sexy motherfucker from the very first glance. And from this point, you're going to see that every interaction with women you have just seems to go 5 times better from the first 5 seconds. Women are going to start to take more notice of you and more interest in you. And when you approach women at bars, cafes, or parties, or even at work, you have greater confidence and self-assurance going into that conversation, which is going to make the whole thing a lot more fun and fruitful too. And it's not just women that look at you differently. Even your guy friends are going to be like, how the fuck did you do that? Based on the whole different level of success that they're seeing you have. It's a brave new world for you, my friend, and it's yours for the taking. As a member of the Date School community, I just can't wait for you to see it for yourself. So let me tell you what happens when you join the Natural Attraction Masterclass. As soon as you sign up, you'll get immediate access to the Masterclass membership area and the first module of learning materials. And you'll learn how attraction works as a natural instinctive bonding process, as well as detailed training on how to cultivate an attractive presence through your appearance and body language. We'll take a close look at your style and your grooming and how you talk and you move and how you present yourself. And I'll also share with you a dozen of my favorite appearance challenges and body language hacks that will make an immediate difference in your personal presence today. And you can already start practicing these on your friends and family and on the women around you. In that first week, we'll also schedule your first one-on-one, 1-hour coaching call with me. In the second week, we'll cover your sense of humor and your ambition, which means things like your achievements and your passion as well. And I'll show you a few easy ways to powerfully demonstrate your fun, creativity, and your sense of humor within the first few minutes of a conversation, as well as a tried and tested method for showing your ambition, passion, and achievements without bragging or showing off. By now, you'll already start seeing the impact of your new skills on the women around you and in your social circle. And if you don't have enough women in your life right now to try this stuff out, I'll happily share with you my secret formula for approaching women and starting conversations anywhere. Because I want you to have the opportunity to practice this stuff out in real life and experience it for yourself. In the third week, we'll cover your social value, and I'll show you how high social status is so attractive to women, and also show you step by step how you can better cultivate and convey your own social value. I'll also show you some cool methods for demonstrating your social intelligence too. By week 3, and by trying out the exercises and challenges from the past 2 weeks for yourself and experiencing the results for yourself, you're also going to start to see new habits forming in the way that you talk about yourself and present yourself. And you're going to become far more consistent at doing things differently, and you're going to start to see better results more consistently and reliably too. And in the 4th week of the course, we'll cover your sexual potential, which is all about generating the kind of sexual magnetism that guys like Don Draper and James Bond seem to have so easily. I'll show you the many ways that you can come across as being more desirable to women, while at the same time eliminating some of those telltale signs of desperation or neediness or jealousy from your behavior and lifestyle. And by week 4, you're really going to start to see those consistent results turning into permanent life changes, and you're never going to look back. Around this time, I also aim to have the second personal coaching call with you to hear how you're doing and what kind of results you're having, and to give you any final training and coaching if you need it. Now, I say this course is 4 weeks, and that's the pace I deliver the materials to you, but you can spread the learning and coaching calls over 6 weeks, 8 weeks, or even 3 months if you want. I wouldn't recommend going any longer than that. It's totally up to you and based on your life circumstances. And remember, in addition to the 2 hours of one-on-one coaching that you're going to get over the phone and Skype, I also provide you access to the full set of course materials via that online membership site, which includes things like hours of video and course notes covering the 8 attractive traits that women find naturally attractive in a man, and also over 40 practical exercises to better develop and demonstrate these attractive traits to the women around you. There's real-life examples and case studies and pocket PDFs and cheat sheets, and also templates, worksheets, and quizzes too. So let me tell you a little bit more about what makes the Natural Masterclass so uniquely effective in helping you make a huge difference in your attractiveness in a really short amount of time, and also why it's such good value. Well, from being a professional skills trainer for over 15 years now, I've assembled the perfect blend of learning tools, techniques, and experiences for you to help you learn most efficiently, even around a busy schedule. First off, you get 2 hours of one-to-one personal coaching with me over the phone or Skype to guide you step by step through the process and answer any questions that you have about anything relating to women or dating or even my own experiences. And then based on our sessions, I develop a personalized attraction action plan just for you, which guides you to draw out your most attractive qualities and talks you through how to convey them powerfully. I'll also share real-life case studies with you so that you can learn from the successes and challenges that other students have faced and overcome. And to support your ongoing learning and skill building, I'll also give you lifetime access to the Natural Attraction Masterclass online members area. This means you'll have online access from your desktop or mobile device to things like the hours of video and online reading materials covering all of the attractive traits, over 40 practical real-life exercises and challenges, which are all tried, tested, and proven to build your confidence, attractiveness, and interpersonal conversational skills. And there's also templates, workshops, and quizzes too, which will all accelerate your learning. And yes, I know quizzes are geeky, but testing your knowledge with quizzes increases both your retention and the permanence of the life changes that I can bring into your life. So guess what? We're going to do some quizzes. Seriously, this is a really fun course with satisfaction guaranteed, so I know you're going to love it. And I'm really looking forward to working with you too. The full price for the Natural Attraction Masterclass, including 2 hours of one-to-one coaching, is $397. But today, and for the last time, I'm offering this course to you with the 2 coaching sessions included at a ridiculously discounted rate of $197. I'm doing this because I've recently revised the course format and the web platform for this course, so I'm offering this to you as a valued member of the Date School community as a bit of an early bird offer. And now let me tell you why this is such a no-brainer. My standard coaching rate for a start is $197 an hour anyway. And you're getting 2 of those personal coaching sessions, plus hours of video, dozens of practical exercises, and all those other learning materials too, all for the bargain price of a single coaching session with me. Guys, let me put this into context with you. The average date costs about $50 to $100, and I've spent over 15 years refining this course through dating women and training men. That's thousands of dollars and tens of thousands of hours of my own personal investment going on there. Even my high-end clients are so satisfied and paying 4 figures to learn this information directly from me through one-to-one coaching sessions. and you're getting the fully packaged version over 4 weeks with lifetime access for just a couple of $100. In real terms, $197 is the cost of 3 dates, guys. Or if you're cheap like me, probably about 4 or 5 dates. Either way, this course is going to instill in you the confidence, the knowledge, and the skill set to never waste another day or screw it up ever again. And that's why I normally charge $397 for this course with the personal coaching thrown in. And that's amazing value even at that price. And at $197, it's a freaking steal. And it's the best investment you could possibly make in your love life this year, I guarantee it. And if you've not figured this out by now, I'm pretty much doing everything I can to put this course in your hands today because I really don't want you to miss out. So click the Buy Now button below and get started and start making a difference in your first impression on women today. So at this point, you can either do nothing or do what you've always done. And what will you get? Well, nothing different anyway. Certainly nothing changing. Or you can take a small leap of faith with me and work with me and start making a huge difference in your life today. And because of the satisfaction and the success that my students have had and already enjoyed from this course, I'm happy to give you a 14-day, 100% money-back guarantee. It's that simple. If you aren't blown away by the Natural Attraction Masterclass, or it's not what you expected, or it's not what you wanted, you get your money back. No harm, no foul. So you can test drive the course and try it out for yourself, and if you don't like it, you get your money back. You've nothing to lose. Just one more thing to make this a complete no-brainer decision for you. As if the 50% price discount wasn't enough, I have another gift for you just to give you that final push to make a change today. I'm going to throw in 1 extra hour of one-to-one coaching. Guys, that's another $197 of value right there. That one-on-one time with a world-class dating expert. We can talk about any aspect of attraction, dating, relationships that you want help with, or whatever you need to know to get you to that next level. And you can take that coaching anytime you want within the first 6 months of your joining the Natural Attraction Masterclass. Boom, done. It's the perfect follow-up call for you and I to make sure you're hitting your stride with women in dating in the way you want to. And one more thing. Because my Natural Attraction Masterclass students always ask me for this information, I'm going to give it you for free today if you take action and buy today. I'm going to give you access to my newest course, How to Read Her Signals, which shows you exactly how to read her body language so that you know for sure she feels attracted to you. Guys, when you can read her attraction signals, it takes the guesswork out of dating and ensures that you never miss the chance to ask her out or to make a move or to go in for the kiss when the time is right. This information is so valuable that I can't keep it from you. So I'm going to throw this in as an added bonus if you buy the Natural Attraction Masterclass today or before the countdown below runs out. So let me recap on everything that comes with this offer. You get the Natural Attraction Masterclass valued at $397. There's 2 hours of personal coaching sessions in there with a world-class dating expert, not to mention your own bespoke, personalized attraction action plan, which you and I make together. There's case studies in there for you to learn from other students. There's lifetime membership access to course videos and notes, and over 40 exercises and challenges that are proven to take your confidence and your attractiveness to the next level. There's also those templates, worksheets, and quizzes that are just going to support and accelerate your learning too. And then for the bonuses, I'm throwing in another personal coaching session valued at $197, and also my How to Read Her Signals course coming in at $97. And all of this together comes to a grand total of $691. But if you buy today or before the countdown runs out, I'll give it all to you for just $197. And remember, this course comes backed by our money-back guarantee, so you have a full 2 weeks to test drive the course and decide if you like it or not. And if you don't, for whatever reason, you get your money back in full. No questions asked, so you've nothing to lose. And one last thing, all good things must come to an end, and this offer today is no exception. I'm giving you a huge 70% discount on everything that I just won't be making again. After that countdown runs out, this offer closes for good, and the Natural Attraction Masterclass goes back up to full price without any bonuses. So don't miss out. Click the Buy Now button below and learn a completely different way to put your best foot forward in every interaction. I look forward to meeting you and speaking with you on the other side.